Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Helma Daniel here. Welcome to my channel. If it's the first time that you're joining me, please do like, do subscribe, do watch the rest of my videos. If you are a returning subscribers, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it a lot. Yeah, let's go into it, guys. Yeah, let's go into it. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about bridal showers, and we are talking about yeah, I want to talk about bridal showers. Ne? I don't want to talk about the other one. Let us leave that one. Ne? Let us talk about bridal showers. Ne? In short, I want to understand a bridal shower. It's something that happens when a woman is going to get married, and the friends come. I think it's friends and family. Ne? They come along, and they have a party. I've never really been to one of these parties. Ne? I've never been at any of the bridal showers, but I do see them from a distance. Ne? So I've heard of what happens at these parties, and part of the things that I've heard happening at these parties is that you get advice. You get advice on marriages, and you get advice on marriages. Now, who are the people that attends these parties? This can be your bridesmaids, okay? It can be your friends. It can be your family members that are close. Men also have their things that they do, but I'm not going to speak about men because I'm not a man. I'm talking to my fellow ladies. Or maybe let me speak to men as well. Let me speak to all of us. Men have something called what it's called, where they also go and they do the things that they need to do. They do the things that they need to do. They just have discussions that they need to discuss. Sorry, I'm just a little bit itchy. They discuss whatever they need to discuss. But I don't know much about what happens with the guys because I've never seen it happening. Those niggas are brilliant. I don't think they even take videos or pictures of those things, but they do have those things. I want to come here and advise women. I want to advise you, and I want you not to take my advice for granted. I am coming somewhere from it. Do not take my advice for granted. When you are doing this type of things, be very careful who you invite. If it was up to me, I would tell you, stay away from some of these things. But there are people that wants to experience it and some that wants to have it. Be careful who you invite. When you invite bridesmaids, there are some of the bridesmaids that are for you. There are some of the bridesmaids that are not for you. Among these bridesmaids, more especially people, there's a video that I made one time, and I was talking about, guys, be careful of these things. And I mentioned something about men nowadays. Men nowadays are making their exes the bridesmaids for your weddings. Men nowadays are they're inviting people that you wouldn't want around you, that you don't know if you are safe around you or you are not safe with them around you. So when you are doing some of these things, be very, very careful. The world is not a straight line. And one thing about relationships is that you can be 100% about your feelings towards the next person and your intentions towards the next person. But unfortunately, it's a pity that we cannot open the next person's hearts and really look into their hearts and see, do these people love me the same way that I love them? It's a pity that we cannot really look into other people's hearts and be like, does this person have pure intentions for me like I have pure intentions for them? It's a pity. I do not know what happened to the world, but we are here now. Among those people, if maybe most of us women and wives have to come out and tell the stories, most of the wives will tell you among the bridesmaids, they were their husband's ex-lovers. Or they are just people that they're having a fling with. And those are the people that are surrounding you. If you want education about marriage, education about marriage, let me tell you one thing that I've observed in life. Education about marriage, if you really want good education, this education is given to you by people that truly cares about you, that loves you, that means good for you. And most of these people, mostly, are your close family members. But be very careful to observe and read and know where to run to when you need advice. There are those people that are in their 80s, in their 60s, in their 70s, if you are a woman, observe. It's very important to not eliminate in advices that are attached to godly unions as a marriage. So you want advices that are godly. Everybody can give you an advice, but you want advices that includes what God wants for the marriage. So speak to those people that are big with a whole lot of years of experience. The wisdom there is different. Not with these friends who are married, not married, everybody have an opinion. And if you want true education about marriage, that is not given in a group of people, because there you are going to have to hear the toughest and the hardest things of a marriage. And there is a conversation that you have one-on-one, where an elderly person says, so you came to me for advice. You want me to prepare you for the marriage. Come here, my child. Let us speak. As a woman, you don't do this. As a woman, you do this. As a woman, you don't do this. Some of the things are not easy to do, but unfortunately, I came across one video where one statement where people spoke about, if you don't have a forgiving heart, don't get married. And when people speak about forgiveness, I was like, what a cup of cake. But when it comes to real life issues, then you would say, what is forgiveness? I think I'm a little bit out of order. So when they're talking about forgiveness, then I will be forgiving things as such and as such and as such. What's happening? Where your pride can be up there, then your pride comes straight on the ground. There are lessons of marriages that you need to learn, yes. Bridal showers are meant for a good aim. The mission, the aim is very important, but wrong people, wrong timing. That is my thinking. Among those people, they are your husband's ex-girlfriends. Among they are there. And you don't know. And you just do not know in this world of nowadays. You don't know what they're bringing along. You don't know what spirits they're bringing along. Next thing, you and your husband are not understanding one another. Next thing, you were so in love. Next thing, the love is out of the window. Be very careful. You know, we have to talk about these things. We have to talk about these things. Be very careful. And be very careful of your husband's friends of women. Be very careful. Be very careful of those men. They will even put you in contact with their ex-girlfriends, in their lovers, in their people. Men are cruel. Men are evil. Men are selfish. Not all of them, but they exist. But you might not see. You might not see. They'll tell you, this is my best friend. You are being introduced to their ex-lovers or their lovers. And here you are, putting all your plans around these people that are bridesmaids, educating them about everything. And here your husband is busy talking bad about you with this one. You just don't know. It's just a messed up situation. You know, the world that we live in is quite interesting. Please stay away from too many things just because people are introducing things. Let us stop doing things for cameras and come back to reality. Let us stop doing things for, people to see. Let's come back to reality. We have a problem. That's why marriages are not lasting. Something is not right. You know, I think I've listened way too much. There was a time that I followed, I still follow Devotee on Devotee. I follow mostly the South African YouTubers' name. And there was a time that she had a confession type of thing. But the things that people do to one another, I think this generation is using witchcraft more than that generation. This one of today, cults, satanism, what, this generation. So just be a little bit careful. You cannot want to tell me a woman that is an ex to a person that is marrying you loves you. You do not want to believe that woman cares for you. You do not want to believe that woman is your friend. So when you are, don't believe this woman is happy for you that you are getting married and she's not. So the biggest mistake we can do is just be allowing these male friends in our territories. Because men, I don't know, men are not thinking. I don't know what happened to them, but they're doing things, they are playing games which are dangerous. Men are not thinking. Where they're supposed to be thinking, they're not thinking. They're making way too many errors. They're not thinking. And I don't understand what's happening. Be very careful of these bridal showers that you are throwing. And be very careful who attends. Ne? Be very, very careful who attends. Be very, very careful who attends. Because some of these people that are attending here, they are not for you. The next thing, you are just married, not even in for a year. You are already fighting. Not a year is even a lot. You are in your marriage for just, not even a month. You did not even enter. Things are just not summing up. That love that you had for one another, it's gone. in the window. You just don't know who you are dealing with anymore. You know? I think this is one of the advices that you must not take for granted. I am going to give it to you. Do whatever you want to do with it. Ne? And I am telling you this. If most of the wives comes out now, even if it's just anonymously, and then we ask, maybe how many weddings were there excess there? You'll be very shocked. Please stay away from some of these things that the generation is introducing to us. And when you want advice for a marriage is not something to play around with. A marriage is not, it's a lifetime something. A marriage is not a thing for social media. It's not a thing for, it's a reality. It's not a thing where you just go like, you know, it's something very, very serious. And if you really need lessons, look for the lessons at the right places. Look for advices at the right places. Those people that have been in marriages for 2, 3, 5 years, those ones are not the ones to give you proper lessons. Some of them can, but they're still learning. Go back to the roots where people have been in marriages for years and they are growing all together. Those ones that have made it, those are the ones that you must go to. Those ones in their 80s, those ones that are successful in their marriages, those are the ones that you want to go to and ask, how did you make it? How did you make it this far? Because these people are not telling us the truth of marriages. They're just telling us what we want to hear. Small thing. They're not preparing us for challenges of marriages. They're just telling us simple things. If not, come out. If what, come out. If what, but nobody is telling you that this is a marriage, and for you to make it to the end, this is what it takes. Gather your weapons. You are going to war. Gather your weapons. I felt the need to tell you this. Also, when you are getting marital counseling, get pastors, but I'd recommend get pastors that are older. I personally had to look for a pastor. I hunted that man down. I looked for a very, very big pastor, and I knew what I was doing. I was like, I need your wisdom. I called him. I made an appointment. I went to his house. That is where I got marital counseling. Sometimes hunt down the pastors that are good. And it's also very good to, be closer to church and familiarize yourself with pastors. When pastors are teaching you for years that you have been on earth, pick up the one that you know that this one is a good teacher. With this one, when he teaches, he puts some sense in me. I need his lessons or her lessons. Look for people, if you want lessons of marriages, look for lessons at the right places, at the right times. We are doing everything correct, but in a way, the wrong way. That is my take on bridal showers. Be careful about them. If you can move on without it, please, by all means. And if you also critically think about it, most of the people that have gotten married, if we are to have a proper discussions about our bridesmaids, most of us would say, not all of them were for us. And those are the same people that you have so much around you, so much gathering, throwing these bridal showers with. So much that you have them come to your houses. So much. To your houses. So much. Yeah, let me not go beyond 20 minutes. I think that is enough. I just wanted to tell you guys, be careful. Ne? Just be a little bit careful. Most of us, we are not going to come and say this happened, but we can throw it here to say, be careful. And dear men, if you want your marriages to work, if you want your relationships to work, if you want your loves to be beautiful, garukimo mohuru kwe vinji mo maranduramo. Mohuru kwe adha kurukadia mo munumipsa. Ne? Don't sit and wonder why things are not going okay for you. Are you doing the right things? Don't sit and wonder, why am I not having peace in my house? Are you doing the right things? Have you done the right things? Umbiri, umbwanawa, ashike ngawe yonopo, wendigu kugarukirapo. So do not walk around ruining your homes. Ne? Let me drop that little advice there. Ne? Let me just drop it there, as little as it is. Nguno makutsi tokuthamosha. Ngukuno makutsi, if it's that useless, let's leave it there. Ne? But I needed to caution people. The things that we are doing, we might think we are just doing things, but we don't know. We don't know. Or sometimes you love a woman, you love her so much. I want to believe no man can ask a woman to marry her or marry a woman that he does not love. For you to say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, because that is what marriage is. You love that woman. But for you to be building this something so beautiful and this important and still mixing women up, yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. That is it from me, Hilma Daniel. Please do like, do subscribe, do share the videos if they are very educational. Be very careful. Don't just be excited to get married and you are blinded by so many things. You cannot think properly. Take your brain with you. Happy marriages. Let's hope marriages last. We are saving marriages. Marriage institutions are under attack. Let us save marriages. Ne? Let us save marriages so that we raise our children properly, ne? In happy homes. Okay, that is it from me, Hilma Daniel. I will see you guys in my next video.